Alright, so we're going to be demonstrating the burning of magnesium. Here I have a piece of magnesium, it's nice and shiny. Okay. We do need to use a Bunsen burner, so I have my metal striker here. Okay. I already have turned the gas on, I'll just strike it here. Okay. Still not going. Oh, there we go, there we go. Okay. Alright. Orange flame, blue flame. Let me go acid first. I don't know, I'll give it a go anyways. Just hang on to this here. Okay. So let's take the magnesium into the fire. What's it supposed to do? Oh, maybe it really was blue. Okay, let me just try. Let's see if I can get a blue flame going. Let me actually just go acid first. So blue flame or what? Right. There we go. Let's give it a go. Hopefully it works this time. It's not hot enough, eh? Oh, there we go. What's happening? What's happening? Alright, so this time we're going to be demonstrating that same burning piece of magnesium. You'll notice I do have my safety gear on. We have our safety goggles, even if you are wearing glasses. Okay. Aprons are optional, just in case you do make a mess, that's there for you. Okay. We do want to make sure we read our procedure beforehand. If there's any uncertainties, you would ask your teacher first. Okay. Make sure you walk through your steps there. We do have a Bunsen burner here set up. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure that we clear the area, just in case anything else catches fire. Here we have our Bunsen burner. If we're noticing that the Bunsen burner here doesn't turn on in a couple times, oh, there we go actually. But if we notice that it doesn't turn on a couple times, you do want to just turn off the gas, okay? Wave away some of the fumes, okay? Alright, here we go again. Okay. Especially when this Bunsen burner here is on a blue flame, right? You definitely don't want to be walking away from it, okay? It doesn't look like it's a flame, anyone else might actually accidentally catch fire. So if I did need to walk away, I'm just going to flip off the gas. We can always restrike it later on. Just going to flip off the lights here. Alright, so let's give it a go again. Okay, so Bunsen burner, strike it again here. Okay. There we have a nice blue flame. At first the flame was really tall. Okay, you do want to make sure you keep the flame to about that height there. Okay. We use our same tongs here. This one does actually give off a very bright light, so we don't want to be staring directly at it. Okay, so we'll just look in the distance, and then out of our peripheral we'll see what it looks like. Give it a second to get going here. Let it combust with the oxygen in the air. There we go. Very exothermic reaction. It's giving off a ton of light. Okay. We definitely don't want to be chucking the magnesium or anything. When we're done with the Bunsen burner, we would just flip off the Bunsen burner. Hope you enjoyed. Alright, so now we're going to demonstrate the diluting of acid. Okay, I have some strong acid here. I'm going to first pour this acid into the gradually labeled acid here. So just pour this here. I know the experiment calls for about 20 mils. So oops, a little bit too much there. Let's see. No, a little bit too much. Let's see. Oh, put that back in. Enough. Yeah, it should be good. Okay, and I already had a graduated cylinder pre-labeled with water here. Okay, so what we're going to do, we have our acid, we have our water. I'm just going to pour the water here. Careful not to spill there. Right. Oh. I wonder if this smells. But not too bad. Alright, so now I'm just going to take a test tube here, pour some of this acid. Oh, whoops. Let me just beat this over here. Okay. Just gonna put that over here. Look, we had another test tube here. Okay. Let's try that again. So, grab my test tube. Pour that in. It doesn't break on me this time. Okay. Drop some magnesium. Same magnesium that we used in the first demo. Oh, look at that, bubbling away. Oh, just actually seal that there. to build up a little bit of gas there. Build up enough hydrogen, it should be able to pop. It's also getting very warm. Alright, all gone. There we go. Alright. Alright, so when we're demonstrating the diluting of an acid, you might consider using a fume hood here. Okay, just make sure when you do use a fume hood, we try to keep the sash below half. Okay, make sure that the fume hood is actually on. Okay. Alright, so again, I have the same two graduated cylinders. I'm going to pour one acid, the other water I've already pre-mixed in there. Okay. So I'm just going to very slowly and carefully pour this acid into this graduated cylinder. If you do happen to take too much, right, instead of pouring it back into the stock container, we're just going to dump it out. Okay. Make sure when we take readings of acids, we always leave on a flat surface and we look at it from eye level. And also, instead of pouring the water directly into the acid, it's always better to have a lot of water around and we're going to drop the acid inside. So I'm just going to pour this acid in just like before. The reason why we do it in a fume hood is because diluting acids, usually some of the acids actually get vaporized. Okay? We want to make sure we suck up any of the unnecessary fumes. Alright, so it looks like that's about done. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this test tube here. This now contains my diluted acid. I'm just going to walk back over to where we were previously. Back where I had broken the test tube from before, instead of what you saw me picking it out with my hands, I should actually come over here and grab the dust pan and the fluid. That way we can clean this up here, sweep up any of the broken pieces. And this glass here doesn't go into the regular garbage. We have a designated broken glass container for that. So we just put that. Once all the broken glass is away, we're back to ready to do our demo again. So I'm going to take my test tube clamp here, be really careful with this one. Instead of pointing this test tube towards myself in case something spews out at me, I'm going to hold it pointing away from myself. Okay. Add a little bit of the acid again, pour it slowly, and then taking that same piece of magnesium. There we go. So taking that same piece of magnesium, just take as much as you need. Small piece there. Start bubbling it away there again. Again, you notice that this thing here is evaporating away. You don't want to actually point it towards yourself. Okay? When you're smelling it, if anything, you would just waft the fumes towards yourself. Okay? And let me just seal it again for a little while. Try to build up some of that hydrogen. Get the burning splint ready. Hopefully there's enough hydrogen there. And again, for the pop test, you don't want to be pointing it towards yourself. Point it away from yourself, still bubbling away there. Let's see if there's enough.